The music news for the streets, the music news for your beats, the news for the music stuff that you gonna need. We gon' talk about plugins, we gon' talk about gear. If it's news on this music, we gon' talk about it here. Let's go.
Welcome to the music news for the streets. I'm your anchorman, SumnSumnSumn. Hit the keys. And in today's newscast, we've got all kinds of exciting stories from 6 freebies. I've got a few deals for you guys. I'm not even gonna lie to you though. It's been a slow couple of weeks for the news with the holidays just passing and all the new stuff coming out and the NAMM coming up here in a few weeks. But our top story today, it comes from Ronan Fed. It looks like he just dropped a new free synthesizer. It looks kind of fire. It's called Noma Pro. Let's go ahead and check it out. So as we see here, Numa Pro or Nama Pro or Pini Umanana Pro, I'm not exactly sure how you pronounce this thing right here. But as you see here, it looks like it's a pretty deep synthesizer. Here are some of the features in the synthesizer. It is a polyphonic synthesizer that features 4 multi-type and multi-voice oscillators with sync and FM, a noise oscillator, a sub-oscillator, 2 sample oscillators, 3 filters, 2 AHDSR filter envelopes, an AHDSR amplitude envelope, 4 AHDSR modulation envelopes. Instead of saying ADSR, that H be throwing me off. I'm not even gonna hold y'all. It's got 4 LFOs, different modulations, a step sequencer, chord generator, arpeggiator, distortion, parametric EQ, chorus, phaser, delay, reverb, compressor. It's got saturation, a bass boost, stereo, vibrato, and glide. And then it's just got 768 different presets, which kind of makes this thing a monster. Let's go ahead and hop into FL Studio and check this thing out a little bit. So when you open up Numa Pro or Punana Pro, or again, I'm not exactly sure how you pronounce this, it's going to look like this. It does have a scalable GUI, so I did make it a little bit bigger here for the demonstration. You'll see right here, you got basic, complex, custom, or instrument. And then you have below that the waveform. So you have sine, saw, ramp, triangle, pulse, noise 1, and noise 2. You see here, you have different controls, detune, stereo, pan, volume. That's for oscillator 1. Then you can click over to oscillator 2, bam, right here. And then the same over here, you have oscillator basically 3 and 4. So that's pretty cool. And the same thing applies over here as far as the waveforms and everything. You'll see here that you have noise and you have sub down here. So you have the in here, and then you can click over to noise for the noise and sub oscillator. And then you have your sample oscillators right here. So you have 1 and 2 for those as well. You have 2 different filters right here that you can switch between. You have different LFOs down here that you can control, which is pretty solid. And then you can send the LFOs where you want. You have modulation envelopes right here. So that's pretty solid too. And then you have miscellaneous modulations over here. You have your AHDSR over here. And then you have some more controls here, and you have effects here. Again, this thing has a ton of presets. As you look in here, you're gonna get a bunch of stuff in this, and they all sound pretty solid, or at least the presets that I've listened to so far. What's cool about this synthesizer too as well is you're gonna get keys. So you're gonna get pianos, electric pianos, which is a nice feature because most synthesizers that you get, especially free ones, aren't gonna have like pianos and stuff in there. So it's just a nice feature. That you just get a bunch of stuff, orchestral stuff, you get plugs, rhythmics, sequencer. So here is one of the leads in this thing. So I'm a fan of that sound. Obviously, that's why I picked it out first. But again, with this, so the glide function on this works really well as well. We'll go ahead and go through just a few leads. So I'm just gonna go through these kind of at random. This is gonna go to an ARP next. So that sounds pretty dope. Sorry, I don't have a beat demonstration at all for you guys. My computer's having some issues. The little power cord in there is broke. So I got to plug something into the USB-C, but that automatically hops up the CPU like 30 points. So it makes everything hard to use. But let's go ahead and check out some of these leads in here real quick. So we'll just go ahead and just go to some at random. So another thing that I do need to add about this synthesizer though, it is kind of CPU intensive, but again, I don't know if that's because that my computer is hopping everything up, but I do still think it is a little CPU intensive. But let's go ahead and listen to a few more of the presets. So let's go ahead and come over to something like the bass real quick. So we'll hit some of these basses. So some decent basses in here. Let's go ahead and check out a few more here at random. So it's got some decent basses. Let's go ahead and check out some of these keys real quick. So here are some of the keys. Y'all gotta bear with me today. I'm using the keyboard on my computer, so it's a struggle today. A little bit of a struggle. So right here, it also has chords too, so I'm just gonna push down one button. So that's pretty cool. You know, you got that chord function there as well. Let's go ahead and go to some of this rhythmic stuff down here. So you got rhythmic bass lines. So that right there alone is pretty solid. We'll go ahead and go to some more. So that's nice. You also have sequences over here, and look at all of these sequences that you get. A bunch of stuff for acid, bass lines, and all kinds of stuff. So just all kinds of solid stuff in this plugin. I would definitely recommend it. I think this is pretty dope. Definitely a solid synthesizer, a bunch of presets. And that's one of the things about the free synthesizers that are out. Most of them don't have as many presets as this one does, and that's a really good starting place for you to go and create your sounds or do whatever it is that you want to do. All right, guys, so the second story I have for you guys today is another freebie. This one comes from the Vault Beta collection, Jabeta. It's called Celestatone. When you open up Celestatone, it is going to look like this, and ultimately it's going to sound something like this. So, you know, pretty straightforward. It's got a few different controls. So you have tremolo. And then underneath that, you have this swarm. So that adds some ambience to the background. And then down here, you also have controls over tone, hammer, echo, and sploosh. So hammer is basically gonna add more of that hammer sound in there. And then if I hop it up an octave, it's gonna sound like this. So this thing doesn't have a bad sound. If you're looking to add it to the beta collection, I'd recommend that because with everything that you get from this collection, as you can see here, it just adds to the collection. It makes it a little bit bigger. And they've already got the strings, the grand piano, and now the Celestatone. So, you know, if you're looking for some decent sounding instruments and they're free, I would definitely recommend checking out the Vaults Beta. Jabeta. And the next story I have for you guys today is something that's different than what I normally bring on this channel. It is a free bass plugin, but it's for side trance music. Let's go ahead and check this thing out. So Function Loops dropped this free side trance bass rompler. It's got 40 different presets in there. Look, y'all, I'm not even gonna hold y'all. I don't even know how to make any kind of side trance music, bass lines, none of that. And I Googled how to make a bass line, and none of the videos I saw gave me a really good explanation. So basically what we're gonna do is we're gonna check out the video here on the site and let you guys hear it. And then I'm gonna go into FL Studio and play it. Don't judge me. Don't judge the plugin off of the BS that I put together. It's not even close to a side trance bass line either. It's more like synthwave or something like that. But this is what it sounds like. All right, so those are some of the basses that are gonna come in this plugin. Now we're gonna go ahead and hop back into FL Studio. Again, I guess y'all can crack jokes if y'all want to in the comment section, because this is not any kind of side trance, any kind of trance bass lines. But when you look at the plugin, it is going to look like this. So you got your envelopes right here, your ADSR. You got modulation controls right here. You got distortion controls, your global gain and pan. You've got glide mode right here, and then you've got a filter. You get 40 different presets in this thing. I'm just gonna play some basses. Again, I'm just gonna push play. I don't even know what the hell that is. But we'll go ahead and go through some of the presets so you can hear what they sound like. That bass right there hits, though. All right, let's go ahead and listen to some more. So that's some of the basses in this plugin. If you're making trance music and you just need some free basses, you know, you can grab this. I'm gonna be honest, I don't know if they're good or not for the genre, but I saw them, and I know people who listen to all kinds of different genres of music or make all kinds of different genres of music follow the channel. So I figured I might as well include that in the video. And up next, I've got a few deals for you guys today. So the first deal I have for you guys today comes from Plugin Boutique. Plugin Boutique is currently offering Sparkle 2 by UJam for $19. So as we look here, Sparkle 2 is like an electric guitar plugin. If you guys don't know much about UJam, this plugin right here basically has grooves built in. So it'll play melodies or it'll play single notes for you guys, whatever it is that you want it to do. I did a review on this back in the day. I really do like this plugin. I'm gonna go ahead and just play kind of part of this beat that I made with this plugin. You know what I'm saying? Again, I'm having issues with the computer and the CPU usage. So I'm just gonna push play so you guys can kind of hear what this sounds like. Let's go. So that's basically what the guitar sounds like. Both the guitars in that beat, the one for the intro, and then this one right here, both come from Sparkle 2. And then this one, as you can see here, I just played out single notes, and I used the melody and the groove from the guitar. So we'll go ahead and push play at a random spot and see if we can hear what the guitar sounds like. It's going to give me a rhythm or a groove, and then I can play up the notes. And then it's going to play the notes that are in correlation to with the key and the chord, if that makes sense. I was talking hella loud in that video, huh? But basically that's what it sounds like. You can check this review out more if you want to see if it's something that you guys are interested in. Also, this month, Plugin Boutique is offering Motion Harmonic Light for free. This is a pretty solid plugin. I've also talked about this in a newscast. But on this plugin right here, it's like a filter, distortion, bit crusher, and then you can move around the XY axis and you can do all kinds of cool stuff with this. So, you know, if you're looking to get anything from Plugin Boutique this month, or if not, you can find something pretty cheap to grab this Motion Harmonic Light because it's pretty solid. They're also offering still these UA deals, and I have to mention them because these were the deals of last year. And so far to start off this year, they're still the deals going down. So I'm not going to go too deep into these because you guys have heard me talk about them time and time again. But they just do have some solid deals. And they also have another deal too. I don't have pulled up here, but it's a guitar bundle with some new plugins for $49. Take my word for it. If you guys are looking to invest in some solid plugins, these UA bundles are solid because 44 plugins for $299 is solid when their plugins typically cost $300 each. And then the last deal that I have for you guys today is Native Instruments is having a massive and an FM8 deal. So they have this FM synth right here. If you've been thinking about grabbing it, now might be a good time to grab it because you can get it for $10.50. And then you can also get that Motion Harmonic for free. And then they also have Massive right here for $41. Normally it's $100, so or $120, something like that. So definitely a few good deals. Again, all the deals just popped off. They all just cracked off for the holiday season, for Christmas, and for Black Friday. So we'll probably have a month or two before they got some more great deals. But when I find them, I'll still bring them to you guys. The next story I have for you guys today comes from Audio Latry. They've just dropped a free plugin called Easy Strings, which has 3 different kinds of strings for us: a viola, a violin, and a cello. Let's go ahead and check it out. So as you pop into it, it looks like this. As you see here, it's got a few different pages. So you click over, you go from the viola to the violin to the viola to the cello. Then it's got a few different play styles right here as well. So you have the sustained vibrato, you got tremolo, you got pizzicato, and I'm not sure how to say that. I don't want to say it either because it sounds like a racial slur. I know it's a typical musical term, but I'm not going to be the one. We'll say, we're not going to say it. But basically, the violin sounds like this. So not a bad sounding violin to me. Obviously you get control over reverb, chorus, delay, and you can put some lo-fi on this thing as well. So basically you got an LFO and then you got a little bit of distortion right here. So again, with this, it's pretty cool because you got different play styles. So you got this tremolo. And then you got the pizzicato. So that's pretty cool. We'll go ahead and just listen to the viola real quick. And then we'll listen to the cello as well. We'll listen to a couple low notes. So not a bad little plugin for some strings if you need some. It's free. Another one that I'd recommend grabbing because you can definitely use this in all kinds of different productions. The next story I have for you guys today is another freebie, and it is another synthesizer. I feel like in the last few months, we've got some solid free synthesizers. This one's called Tones version 2 by Reed Torrens. So I brought you to the website first. Basically, this is a cross-platform polyphonic synthesizer. In this thing, you get 4 oscillators with 12 different waveforms. You get morphing voices. It's got 4 envelopes. It's got 2 filters, 2 LFOs, 6 built-in effects. It's got a control panel, and then it also has a waveform manager with over 20 different waveforms. So it's pretty solid. Let's go ahead and hop into FL Studio and check this thing out a little bit. So when you open it up, it's going to look like this. As you can see here, you can click through the different oscillators right here. You got volume for each one of them to tune with, semitone, octave, all that good stuff. You got your phase control, retrigger, noise, all that jazz. You got 4 different envelopes for this thing. You got pitch, you got your morphing, you got a filter, you got LFOs, pretty solid. Then as you see here, you got more LFO, LFO1, LFO2. You've got 2 filter controls down here. You've got your effects down here. So when you click to each effect, it'll change up down here so that you can have the control of each one of the effects. You've got delay, you've got some detuning over here, and then you've got your presets right here. And then you got portamento right here. So here's one of the basses that I pulled up from this thing. So it's pretty solid. I rock with that bass right there. But it just has a bunch of different stuff that you can mess with in here. So not bad. And then it's got some melodic noises. Trying to use that bass pattern, it ain't working. So it does have a bunch of presets again. You get some effects in this thing too as well. kind of like a talk box there. It's kind of solid. You get a riser in this thing. Got to click on the preset to make it work though. But you get leads and stuff in here as well too. And then you also get some plucks down here too. So you get all kinds of different plucks. The pluck's not very loud, obviously. So it's not a bad synthesizer. I'd recommend checking it out because the more you mess with it, the different oscillators and build your own sounds, you can build all kinds of dope stuff with it. And then the last story that I have for you guys today comes from Kive Audio. It is a de-stressor emulation drum compressor. Let's go ahead and check it out. So as we look here, basically what they say here is Kive Audio releases free XT Max de-stressor plugin. It's a freeware drum compressor plugin based off of the de-stressor hardware compressor. It is a drum compression tool inspired by Empirical Labs de-stressor. We get it. It said it 3 times in the first 3 sentences. However, it's not a direct emulation of any particular hardware. Kive Audio states that it analyzed various compressors and used those findings to create an original compressor. So basically, you guys can check this out. It's supposed to be good on compressing your drums. I just didn't download it. I didn't have the time to check it out. But it is out there, and I'll leave the link below for all the stuff. That's what I got for you guys today. Hopefully that could help you guys out in the newscast. Make sure if you guys do like this content though, you drop a whole elbow on that like button, hit subscribe and that notification bell so every time we bring you guys a new video, you can be the first to see. Signing off as your anchor man, something. Hit the keys. Until next time, peace.
Some. Hit the key.